Good morning and Assalamu Alaikum. Welcome to Begin Our Schooling Uninterrupted. I hope you all are in the best of health by the grace of Allah. Today, we are going to do a very interesting topic called story writing. A good story is divided into three parts. The first part is the introduction, second part is your main body, and the third part is the conclusion. So today we are going to study and learn what to include in each part of the story in order to make your story a perfect one. So let's start. First, we are going to begin with the beginning. In the beginning of your story, you have to make sure that you include two important things. First is your characters. Second is the place, that is the setting. And you can also begin your story by talking about the plot, that is, the problem is first introduced in the beginning of your story. Now, how to start a story? Sometimes it is a big confusion in the mind of my students that how to start a story. So you can start a story in three important good ways. First is a question, second, a vivid description, and third, sound effects. So how to start a story with a question? This is an example. Have you ever had a day when you wished you had stayed in bed? As I rushed to catch the bus on what seemed to be a perfectly normal day, I had no idea what was ahead of me. So you can start a story with a question like this. A vivid description. Vivid means a very clear description. You can start a story like this as well. The sun was warm on my back as I raced towards the waiting yellow bus. As I nestled into the worn leather seat, I was greeted by the friendly voices of other excited children. The look on my face was one of confidence and contentment. With a jerk, the bus rumbled down the road and I was on my way into one of the worst days of my life. You can also start a story with some sound effects. Buzz! The sound of my alarm clock droned in my ears as I struggled to come awake. With a start, I sat straight up in my bed. This was my big day and I had to be on time. Now comes the middle part. Your story needs to build to something exciting. That's the climax. Write about a simple conflict, a task that must be completed, a question that must be answered, or a barrier that must be overcome. Make sure you include actions, dialogue, sensory details, thoughts and feelings, as well as suspense in your middle part of your story. Make sure you divide the story into proper paragraphs, which is also very, very important because sometimes there's a lot of details to add on in the middle part of your story. So if you are going to use proper paragraphing, it will definitely give a good impact on the mind of the reader. Capitalization and punctuation. Don't forget to capitalize in the beginning of sentences and proper noun. Use proper punctuation marks, which include your question mark and exclamation mark, which also gives a good impact into your story. Don't forget to use good vocabulary words. Instead of writing, my dad went to work, you can write, my dad raced to work. Jane said she had a secret. Jane whispered to Peter a wonderful secret. There are a few wow words for you. Instead of writing good, bad, thing, big, small, you can write considerable, immense, vast, eminent, influential. This will give a good look to your story. Good vocabulary words always makes your story look better. Few more wow words. You should show, don't tell. Instead of writing Suzanne exercised, you can write sweat poured from Suzanne's forehead as she continued to do 100 sit-ups. That's the end. This is the big finish. The end should reveal how you overcame your problem. All conflicts are resolved and everything goes back to normal. The task for you. You have been given an opportunity to create a superhero. Keep the following questions in mind and design your own superhero. You also get to design your superhero's costume as well. So what name will you give to your superhero? Where is he or she from? What is the age of your superhero? Is your superhero a boy or a girl? What superpowers does he or she has? And what are the strengths and weaknesses of your superhero? Then task number 2, which is your main task, you have to write a story using your superhero. Following prompts will help you plan your story. That is the time and setting, the main characters, the minor characters, who are the good guys and the bad guys, and don't forget to include the problems and how that problem is resolved and what happens in the end. Your word limit is 100 to 150 words. All the best to all of you. If you still have any confusion, you can always connect me through Beacon House Schooling Uninterrupted. We are always here. Stay home, stay blessed.